Yes, so I think, I'm really glad you brought it up because that's the thing around diversity and inclusion. I think in Australia, it's being very much kept as a bit of a HR side issue, whereas it's not. It's a business issue. It's diversity and inclusion is the only way, in fact, we can actually fuel and drive growth and innovation. And I'll provide a couple of examples. For example, when I was in the Silicon Valley, IBM actually shared that when the automatic water tap is invented and created, Black Americans actually couldn't use the water tap. Why? Because the sensor was not programmed to pick up dark pigments.
Yeah.
So that's like a good 35% of your population unable to use your product. So that's a huge problem for business. But what it shows is that they didn't have diversity probably in the design team, and so inclusion by design, that was a clearly missing part. YouTube talks about when the YouTube platform was first created, about 10 to 15% of videos that are uploaded were upside down. They couldn't figure out why. And what they realized was that they forgot to actually take into consideration people who are left-handed, who films, content, upside down, with their left hand, and therefore it was uploaded upside down. So things like that just goes to show that diversity and inclusion, having diverse view, having diverse representation is merely a representation of your market and your user. And unless you include those views and those needs, it's simply your business cannot succeed beyond a certain point.